Moin liebe Brettsportfreunde.
Moin!
Wir sind hier am Tafelberg im wunderschönen Kapstadt auf dem Core International Meeting 2023 und ich bin jetzt hier mit Willow River Tonkin, der uns ein bisschen was über die Neuentwicklungen bei den Wings von Core und was es sonst noch für neuen heißen Scheiß gibt, erzählt. Basically, we see you much more around winging on standing on a foil rather than kiting now. What made you choose winging over kiting?
I think it must be just because, you know, it's a brand new sport. We're right in the beginning of this new sport and, you know, it's so exciting to be in that beginning stage, you know. I've been kiting for around 10 years and, you know, kiting has been around for 25 years probably, you know, and so to be right in the beginning stage of wingfoiling, being a part of that pioneering stage, you know, where you're trying and developing and testing so many different things and things are changing at such a rapid rate, it's just so fun to be involved in that.
Okay, so and do you think we all should give winging a go?
Yeah, 100%, 100%, you know, yeah, definitely. It's such an amazing sport. The feeling is like no other, you know, flying on top of the water.
Is that the fascinating thing, like you're over the water?
Exactly, and you're just cruising on top of the water, you know, you don't feel the chop, you don't feel the resistance, you can go in very light wind, and even if you don't want to go on a foil, you can still take an SUP, you can take a big windsurfing board, and you can go on a lake with your kids in front of your board and go cruising around and have a lot of fun, you know. Snowboarding, you know, I'm yet to do that, but there's so many different things you can do, and it's just so easy and feels much safer to learn, especially if kiting maybe intimidates you a little bit because of the power. You can just let it go.
What would you say, like, as an average kiter? I mean, it's individual anyway, but as an average kiter, how long does it transfer to winging or wingfoiling last?
Not too long. It all depends on obviously the way you're going to learn. It depends on the spots, but you know, if you already kite surf, you have a huge advantage as you already understand the wind, you know how the wind works, and then you understand, okay, kind of how a wing works. Also, if you're windsurfing, it's even faster transition. The main thing is just to understand the foil, you know, so a foil, you know, is a little bit more tricky to understand in the beginning if you've never tried it, but nowadays with the setups that we have, it's so easy to use. They have really big foils, you have really big boards, and it's almost automatic, the learning process. So in 6 hours, you know, you could be cruising, maybe some a little bit longer depending on their levels of kiting, but yeah, I think it's definitely worth a try.
And you said that the spot is important, so do you have a favorite spot in Europe? Not in Mauritius, in Europe.
In Europe, I would probably say the favorite spot is one of the spots on Fehmarn. You know, I spend a lot of time there at the Core Kiteboarding office, Core Watersports office now. And exactly, with winging now, you know, so I spend a lot of time on Fehmarn. There's a lot of spots around, and I would say probably one of the spots around there, definitely one of my top favorites.
Which one?
I don't know, I love Altentai. It might not be the easiest spot for learning how to wing because it's normally onshore, but the waves are so much fun, and you know, I've had sessions out there with the core crew like that I was even mind blown of how fun it was, you know, on a slightly bigger foil like a 1250, out in the waves you have little waves maybe waist high, 1 meter high, and you can just carve it, you can surf it, and it lasts forever, you know. And so I had some of my best sessions in Europe on the wing at Altentai, and yeah, definitely keen for this summer.
Which is really good for our German customers, so they can just go to Fehmarn and enjoy the stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, even in St. Peter-Ording, I was there last year for the Kitesurf World Cup, and I had many sessions on the wing there, and it's a little bit more tricky to get out, but if you're good on the wing, you can get out, and then there's just so much swell and so many waves to play around with, and that's one of the most amazing things with wingfoiling, is that it opens up so many conditions, from small waves to big waves to literally just chop about waist high, you know, you can have so much fun.
And so now that we know where to wing, we have to know what we need to wing. So what would you say is the best wing Core can offer for a beginner?
So right now our first wing is the Core XC, which we have right behind us. It's an amazing wing, it's very all-round. It's kind of the same approach as an XR, you know, it's a one wing that can do it all, just like the XR can just do everything if you're wanting to kite. So that's kind of the idea that, you know, we got into wingfoiling, it was our first setup, and we wanted to make sure that it's accessible for everyone. We wanted that our whole wingfoil range, you can pick up whatever your level is and go have fun on the water. And so that's what the XC and the whole wingfoil range is all about. You know, it's easy to handle, easy to use, and it's just built from going out and charging big waves in Mauritius like I do, or having fun sessions on Fehmarn in small waves, or even just learning the sport.
Just learning. Okay. So would it be possible that you run us through the key features of the XC wing?
No, for sure. So obviously the material used on the wing is the exact same from Core Kiteboarding, the highest quality material that pretty much exists on the market. On the leading edge, we have the Exotex that we use the same on the kite, same with the canopy. It's the Core Tex 2, and it's makes the kite really stiff and really light. The main features would be the rigid handles. This is something we've tried a lot with. We've tried booms, we've tried handles, and we've tried obviously also the soft straps. And when we were designing the wing, the XC in particular, we just found that the two handles work so well. They're rigid, they're strong, they're very stiff. You can go out on the water and you know exactly where to put your hands, and it's not flimsy, it's not moving around. So that's one of my favorite features. And then obviously we have the windows on this wing, as again, it's based around everyone, all-round wing. We want it to be safe. We want to be able to see what's out there, what's in front of us. So that really helps a lot. But in general, it's just an amazing wing to get out on the water, no matter your level, and have fun out there.
Yeah. Okay. So apart from the wing, what else do you need for foiling?
So obviously you need a wing, but you also need a board and foil. That's what's going to get you out on top of the water. So we have a Roma, which is our main board that we have. It comes in various different sizes, starting at 130 liters. So a nice big board for everyone to get into the sport, to learn for the first time, or slightly heavier rider, or someone that wants a lot of buoyancy on the water. And it goes all the way down from 110, 90, 70, and 55 being the smallest. So we have a big range of boards, from literally high-end performance to the first time standing on a Wingfoil board. And then when it comes to foils, we have also various different sizes, starting at 2,150, 1,850, 1,550, 1,250, and 950. So again, it caters for everyone's need, everyone's sizes, and obviously a range of different size masts from 60 centimeters all the way up to 90 centimeters. So it really covers everything. There's no excuse not to get on the water if you have the equipment, because you have a big choice of exactly what you need. And obviously all the foils are interchangeable, so you can start off with a 2,150, and then change the front wing, and go out again on the water with a 1,550 and have a completely different session.
So far I've tried to avoid it, but now I have to try.
Oh, there's no excuses. Like I just said, everything's there.
No excuses, no regrets.
Exactly, no excuses, no regrets. Get out on the water, give it a try. I'm sure you're gonna love it, and yeah, I hope you have